Yo, what's up, guys? So I'm doing a set seed today, and it's actually my name. So we're going to be running the Bed Boys seed, and I'm super excited to do a set seed because I've never done one before. So I'm gung ho, full speed ahead. This is like my 10th attempt, and we had a few hiccups, I would say. When it's a set seed, things change a little bit. I know what's coming, obviously, and yeah, so it's pretty rough. Trying to be as fast as you can, knowing you can be faster, knowing where everything is. So it's definitely a change of pace from the random seeds. So maybe we'll do some more set seed stuff in the future, but for now, this is my only planned set seed. We might do some fun stuff in the future, but. Anyways, I'm gonna try my best to give you guys like some very beginner tips and maybe some slightly more advanced tips that I know that I've learned from other creators and stuff. So let's get into it. Anyways, so this is I'm just gonna get 4 wood here. Again, the reason why we liked villages so much is because it just has everything you need for the run, everything you need to get in the nether, and everything post nether. So definitely the place you want to be. Right there you saw I made a crafting table, and while I have my crafting table made, I made 4 sticks. So I put 3 more wood on the right side or the left side if that's what you want to do. It doesn't matter. But that's what you want to do so that you can make it as fast as you can. And here we put 1 on the left, 2 in the top right, and 3 on the top, being cobble, of course. And then your sticks right under it, and you just spam shift click, and you get all your tools. So, right there, you saw that I killed a sheep. I killed a sheep because this village, I think, only has 7 beds, and I'm still not confident that I can do 7 beds every time. So, I'm going for 9 beds here, and the wool and the beds, obviously, they're for 1 cycling. And 1 cycling just means you kill the end dragon in 1 perch cycle. And you do that by exploding beds, which I'm sure most of you know, but there might be 1 or 2 of you out there that don't know yet, or that's new to speedrunning completely. So that is the reason for that. And right there, I traded with my villager. I'm going to make a barrel now. Now I have 3 emeralds, and I checked to see if this guy's in here. I think it's a blacksmith or something. And I'm going to go ahead and make my barrel, and I'm going to use these slabs at the end of the run too, so it's nice to have that already as well. And so we're going to break his job, and nice, he has the cod bucket for us. So we're going to go ahead and make our food that we need here. I don't know why I split the hay bales like that, but anyways, we have our food and our cod bucket now. So now we are prepared to kill the golem. And the golem just conveniently is right in front of us, so we can go ahead and take care of him. And see his pillar 3 blocks up. And just make sure you're not on like the absolute edge. And you're just going to hold spacebar, and every other jump, you see that bar under the plus little crosshair? When that's full and you hit him in the air, you will critically strike. And that will do the most damage to the golem as fast as possible. And here I just needed my 6 wool for potentially my my other 2 beds that I'm going to make. And now we just have a few more things going on here. And there's a reason why I started on the left side of the village. Since I planned this route, I haven't done that many attempts at this point. I had done a fair bit, and I had done a bit of planning beforehand to get the portal locations and a lot of stuff like that, find the lava pool. And conveniently, we have a lot of gravel here, so we can get our flint after like the 12th thing or something. Yeah. And we go down. Could have been water bucketing these. That would have saved me a little time with eating food and stuff. And so here, I know exactly where to mine, because again, this is a planned route. And we're just going to go ahead and make our iron pick so it's a little faster. Get some extra coal, because we're going to need the coal for the furnace. Since we only got a total of 6 iron with us, with the bucket being 3 and the pick being 3. And for some reason, I liked the number 3 and got 3 iron, even though I only needed 2. So that was a misplay. But anyways, we're going to make our furnace here. Just pop the coal in there and get to making our nether portal. And so with nether portals, you want to put a block on like a flat line like that. It's the easiest thing to do. And you're going to make an upside down L shape here on the side right in front of the obsidian. And then 2 blocks in front of the other side of the obsidian with 1 coming towards the inside. And if you're kind of confused or it's too fast, then I recommend looking up like Dreams Portal video or something. That's the one I saw. I'm going to have a playlist of beginner tips and like advanced tips and stuff like that. Just any Minecraft knowledge that I'm learning from YouTube. I'm just going to make a playlist and add them to it after I watch it. So if you want to see that, it'll be in the description. And I don't know why the COD didn't come with us. I was kind of disappointed. But yeah, I even checked for him there. But yeah, so I'm about to do something here that I've never done in a run. And this is the first time I actually used it in this planned, seed. I turned the render distance down to 2. And the reason I did this is because, here, I'll play a few clips for you guys. Or just show like a picture or something. You can see how many enemies were literally spawning over and over again at the fortress. So I kind of got sick of it because I couldn't get into the fortress that way, and I would always take damage. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to try it. And honestly, it works out pretty well, I think. So anyways, yeah, this is our route. Unfortunately, we have to run through all this soul sand constantly. It's just a big soul sand biome, and we end up running into another one down the road. But this is about it. I couldn't get the portal any closer to the fortress or like inside the fortress. I looked everywhere for lava pools, and like honestly, there were only about like 3 or 4 lava pools in the vicinity of that village, like everywhere. And I was looking underground and everything, and this was the best solution. So we get into the fortress unharmed from the massive army that I had to deal with. So we turn on our render distance again, and honestly, it ends up saving us time. So now we turn it back on. The blazes have spawned, and do we win the first coin flip? Oh, I missed that. Oh, we do. So we get the first coin flip. A piglin from nowhere just shows up. I have no idea where he came from. And I realize there's a ton of blazes over there, so I decide to just block it off for now. I'm going to go in here and fight them for later. And yeah, it's honestly kind of chaotic here. Using the bones as cover. Yeah. Honestly, a lot of like blocking and dodging is sound cue related. So there's like a sweet spot for where you can hear them. Like right there, I couldn't hear it, so that could have hit me. But obviously now we're back in the range where we can hear them. And first, guys, if you're new to killing blazes, they light up before they shoot you, and they shoot 3 bolts. And they basically will keep trying to shoot you until they shoot all 3 bolts. So, just a little tip for you. A little wither on the other side of the fortress there. And I don't know if you saw, but in that tunnel, I put up I put 3 blocks in the middle to block off withers because they like to spawn behind you a lot, in my experience. So, just something you should do if you're killing blazes and you don't want mobs to bother you. Just put that 3 blockage in the middle of the hallway, and should be a well. Another thing to note about the blazes, if you're too close to them, they'll just try to bump into you and damage you that way. And the only way to get them off is to just make sure you shield it, and then just punch them off, or hit them off with the axe. And then once they're further away from you, then they'll still try to shoot you. So they could be lit up and bumping into you, and not shoot you if they're close. So right there, I realized I got my 6th rod. Usually, if I'm going for rods in a normal run and a randomized seed, I would go for like 7 to 8 of them, so that I have 14 or 16 powder. Because I use about 3 to 5 eyes in my in searches. So if you're more comfortable with your in searches, then definitely get less. I think recently, and what I'm gonna do in the future is, if I get like really good seeds, I'm just gonna go in with 12, and just hope that there's an eye or something like that, and just gamble, because I've done that in the past and it's actually worked out for me pretty well. So I'm gonna do that in the future. It saves a ton of time, especially if you're waiting on eyes or trying to get more eyes. So here I have this lava river I have to follow or traverse. And I've gone over it a few different ways, but I decided that this way is probably the safest and fastest in terms of both. Like, I've tried jumping and blocking over the lava, but sometimes there's like uneven ground and you could fall in the lava and just die. So I was tired of doing that, so I just ended up going over the trees and stuff like that, which honestly doesn't take that much time, and it's just safer. So here I'm traversing yet another soul sand biome, and there's really no way around it other than to just, you know, truck through it. And yeah, basically, I don't know if you saw, but there was a Bastion in the top left, and that is where we're headed. So like I said, really solid seed. Normally, a nether that's this open and has two different structures, you know, that this close in proximity. There's actually another fortress directly behind me. If you just go straight, there's another nether fortress that I considered trying to go and use lava and a portal to, but I think this evened out to be like one of the fastest routes on the seed. And I'm sure there's going to be faster routes, like if anyone mess with it, but you know, I doubt it since it's my username. I don't know why other people would be playing this seed, but it is a good seed. So if you do want to play the seed, then by all means, I think it's great practice, especially if you know exactly where to go. So unfortunately, I had to get all the blocks there. I considered trying to make shears before I entered, so I could just get a bunch of blocks that way, but I didn't really like going down into the hole, smelting iron, and then coming back out. It doesn't really seem good. So here at the Bastion, we're just going to get a bunch of gold here. And basically, we're going to be trading for pearls, obviously. And the reason why I like Bastion strats so much is because it basically just gets rid of any type of pearl RNG you're struggling with. Like, every time I've done Bastion strat, I've always left with pearls, every single time. So, and it's not even guaranteed, because it is a 4.7% chance to trade, but when you have that many piggies trading so quickly and with so much gold, you're virtually guaranteed pearls. And if you don't get them, it's extremely unlucky, and you're probably leaving with a bunch of obsidian, fire potions, and other stuff anyway. But at that point, you might want to reset the run. But again, that's never happened to me yet. You know, I'm sure it will now that I said something about it. But I think in total, I only trade like a little over a stack of gold here anyway. So we end up getting, like, honestly, the bare minimum amount of pearls that we need. I don't know if I like ignored other pearls that were traded, but I'll remember. Yeah, make sure that you're not giving them an entry for you, because I don't have gold boots here. I didn't even go for gold boots. Part of the reason why I'm on the outside of the Bastion here, it's faster if you go inside and you tunnel through to open up both sides so all the piggies can run to one side and just trade with you. But in this particular run, I decided I'm going to stay on the outside. I don't have any gold boots, so I think it's safer for me just to do this. And so right here, I'm actually trying to get this chest without going down. And I crouch here, and I see that it highlights, and I know that if you crouch and right-click a chest, nothing happens. So I tried to right-click it on my way back up from the crouch. It just didn't work out. So I come down, I make sure that my blocks are in my inventory before I come down. And I try not to pick up the gold. And I come right over here. And right there, I thought I was going to get attacked. And I was like, oh shit, this is it. Because if I attack him, everyone else is going to be pissed off. but apparently he found some more gold. So, and I also found some more gold up here, and I think there's 3 gold blocks up here. So, like 27 more gold or something like that. And yep, that'll be all the gold there. And so I realized I only have 6 obsidian, and I need to portal out. And portaling out's actually so sick. So normally you want to like to fast travel outside of the nether with a pocket portal. You want to go somewhere between like 200 and 360 or something like that by adding up both your coordinates. It's some mumbo jumbo like that. There's a bunch of nuanced stuff, but basically you could, you know, portal super close to where your end fortress might be, so you can use even less eyes of ender to get to where you're trying to go. So there I have my 12 obsidian. I realize I'm all good. I have my pearls. So what more do I want? I want a fire potion, and you normally don't need to do this, but this route, and you'll see in literally like 30 seconds, I need a fire potion. It'll save me about like a minute, or maybe even more than a minute. I don't think I even have a boat either, so I'm trying to fall down a lot, like a big distance, so the best way for me to do that is with a fire potion. So I spotted one earlier, and then a piggy threw another one, so I was going to go ahead and pearl there, which I probably shouldn't have done that, but it was just the fastest thing at the time, and I didn't want piggies to attack me if I went down there. So speaking of piggies, here are all the piggies, of course, randomly in the soul sand. And here's the potion I need. And this is what I'm talking about. So otherwise, I probably would have had to gone over to the other soul sand or something like that across and just like tunnel down, and that would have taken a long time. So definitely wanted that fire potion for this run specifically, since I know they trade it. I know I should have gotten one. So basically just added that into the route. And here we go. Our portal is complete. I try to like swing in there. I don't think that's even possible. Maybe it is, but I couldn't do it. And I've got my 12 eyes, and I'm gonna, okay guys, whenever you make your eyes of ender in a normal run, you should make about 7. Like about 7 eyes of ender, depending on how many you have. Because you might get lucky and have eyes in the portal, and you might not use all the eyes of ender, like if you make an excess amount of them. Alright, so now we're in. I had to drink some water here. I'm talking too much. So, anyways, we're going up, and we are pillaring up, because sometimes you spawn in the middle, sometimes you spawn on the outside. Luckily, we spawned in the middle, because I didn't have that many blocks, but... and usually, you wouldn't have enough blocks to pillar up. You want to go up to one of those towers and tower up even higher. But anyways, so we're going to use our slabs here at the bottom. I've practiced with slabs, so I like slabs. You want to make sure they're on the bottom. I do have 2 obsidian, so I could have done the obsidian strat, but I'm still unfamiliar with it. So until I learn that, I'm not going to do that. So this is kind of the older, harder method, I think, for one cycling. So... and right there, I realized that the 6 wool I got, I can't even use because I used the wood to tower around the Bastion in the nether. So, big oopsie. And now I have to do a 7 bed. And if you're one cycling, I recommend you practice a fair bit before you try on one cycle. It's honestly pretty easy once you learn it, in my opinion. It probably takes an hour or 2 to get like a pretty good understanding of it. A pretty good feel for it. I'll try and point out what I look for whenever I'm clicking the beds. Right there, by the way, it perched, and I had a feeling it was going to perch pretty soon. But it was so low, and I was like downhill. So it was pretty unlucky for that to happen. And I realized this downhill thing sucks. I'm going to leave. I'm going to go over here, uphill, and hopefully I can get, you know, some type of head start on the perch before she does. So... to get her to perch, by the way, you want to go further out into the pillars, stuff like that. Here I thought she almost perched again, but nope. Classic chip bait. So I'll show you guys what I look for whenever I'm using the beds. So you'll see I have the hitboxes on. I definitely recommend that, like every speedrunner does. And I think she's about to purge. So yeah, so here she comes. And so what you want to do is right up here, if she's coming at you like this, you want to be on the opposite side. I do an early bed here. Right as her tail leaves, right as her tail leaves right now, like that's when you do it. You use that in conjunction with the head hitbox, because it's so janky. But that's basically kind of what I look for. And yeah, so that was the Pet Boy Seed in 2014. I bet you I can get that time down a fair bit if I practiced it. But, you know, I think this is a good start to set seed practice. And, you know, I think the route could even be improved, but not bad. Not bad, especially considering a large portion of that was getting the mats and getting to the fortress and to the bastion. So, overall, I think, you know, not too shabby. Thanks for watching, guys. I will see you guys in stream or at the next video, and we'll have something spicy for the next one. So, stay tuned for that, and I'll see you around.